Can I please get a confirmation that you guys can hear me? Let me just type out the question. Can you guys hear what I am saying? Yes? No? Yes? No? Darima says we can. Everybody says yes, which is cool. Sound and picture is good. Sound and picture is fine. Excellent. That's very good to know. Okay, so good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, and good night, wherever you are in the world. It's not my usual day today, so I feel a little bit strange. So sorry, I was not available to do my normal stream on Wednesday, right, as usual. So I was a little bit sick. I still am a little bit sick, but not sick enough that I can't do the stream today, right? So that's why you guys are seeing me today, right? So today is Friday, the 20th, I believe. Yes, it's Friday, the 20th of October, 2017, and yeah, it's 12:30 in the afternoon. So I can see a lot of people are in the chat, which is kind of nice. You know, actually, I think it's nice that I'm doing this today on a different day, because I think that there are going to be different people in the chat today that I'm going to meet for the first time. But just looking, I can already see some people that I know. So Julian, hey Julian, Kavita, Khalil is here, Sandy, I hope that I'm saying that correctly. Garima is back again. Merv or Merve, I am sorry if I'm pronouncing your names wrong, you guys. Don't kill me. Patricia is here. Hey, Patricia and Agnes. Who else do we have? Gustavo is here. Tom is here. Robin is also here. Lots of people. Lots of new names that I have not seen before, which is kind of cool. I like that. That's nice. Saad is also here. Sana and Julian. I said that. Rosa is back. Hey, Rosa. Nice to see you again. And yeah, there's a lot of you in the chat today, which is kind of cool. I like that. That's nice. Yeah. So Sandy is from Turkey. Hi, Sandy. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Everybody's saying hi and hello. Hi and hello, everybody. It's good to see all of you too. All right. So for the people that have never seen me before, my name is Karim, and I've been an ESL teacher here at CCEL for about 6 years now. I've been using Smrt for the last 6 years. I'm also teaching some college courses, and yeah, that's basically what I've been doing here for the last 6 years. We're going to go through intermediate English today, which is Smrt 120. And actually, today is a continuation from last week's lesson. Before we start, let's just go through some things very quickly. So where is the page? So for you guys who don't know, right? So I usually have my own Smrt channel, right? The Smrt English with Karim channel, which is this one over here, which is not the one that you're watching my video on today, right? So today I'm streaming from Smrt English, and I'm probably going to be streaming from Smrt English just for, I don't know, maybe a couple of months or something, just so that people get used to the idea, or people know that I have my own Smrt English with Karim, right? Because we had some confusion. Some people did not know that I had the new channel, and they were asking about my videos and where are they and where can I see them, and that sort of stuff. Oh, sorry. Yes, you guys can't see what I'm showing you. That's my mistake. There you go. Right. So I hope you can see now. Thank you for telling me, Julian. So I always do this. This is the second time that I make this. I'm talking like you guys can see, but you guys can't. So I'll say it again. So this is where did it go? Oh, where did it go? I lost it. Oh, there it is. So Smrt English with Karim. This is my channel. That's separate from Smrt. You can still sort of, or please do subscribe to me over there, because even though that I'm not uploading any English classes at the moment at the channel, I still upload the other things that I do, right? So I upload things like phrases with Karim and the Vancouver out and about that I do, right? And the people that are always asking me, where do you get the music that you play in your video? So I have a music playlist at the bottom so you guys can check it out. And Oh, and I want to thank all of you because we are up to 323 subscribers. Yes, which is awesome. But remember, our goal, people, our goal is to beat Sean's. Sean is 482 right now, right? So we're getting closer to Sean, but he's just always a bit ahead. So if you have not subscribed to me yet, don't forget to subscribe. Because I want to crush Sean's subscriber number. I've been trying to do that for a month now, so let's help me do it, please. Oh, Rosa had surgery last week. Oh, I hope that everything is fine, Rosa. And well, seeing you in the chat today, I'm assuming that everything's fine, thankfully. But yeah, I hope you're well. I hope you're well. Ilham is saying Sean is the best. You have to work a lot. We will see, but yeah, that's the target, right? I want to surpass Sean's subscriber number. So you guys can help me with doing that. You can also check out my Facebook on Karim Smrt Live. You can also check out my Instagram, which is Karim Smrt Live, and you can also check out my Twitter, which is also Karim Smrt Live. And you can find me all over those places. If you also don't know, I do have another channel on YouTube that is not an English channel. It's a food channel, right? So this is a channel where you can go and watch me do things like cook or talk about food and sometimes some geeky things that I like to talk about. So so if you like food, please go check out my Food AF channel. It's not an English channel per se, but you can practice listening, which is not a bad thing. And yeah, I hope to see you guys over there too. Come and join my food tribe. All right, so today's lesson. Nada's asking, are you Egyptian or Arabian? Yes, I am to both. Amanda's asking, have you ever cooked Mexican food? Have I ever cooked Mexican food? I would say no. I don't think I've ever cooked Mexican food. I've eaten a lot of Mexican food, but I have not cooked it yet. But I definitely will. I am definitely going to cook some Mexican food. I was actually thinking about that a couple of weeks. Whoa, Rosa is actually watching us from the hospital right now. That is so much dedication, Rosa. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. But please don't overdo it, right? Don't stress yourself. You can always watch the video later. But thank you for thank you for all the dedication. All right. Patricia, all right, I'll answer one more question. Patricia's saying, do you like French food? Of course, who doesn't like French food? French food is awesome. Yeah, I love French food. French food's great. Amanda's watching from prison. Well, at least we are educating the inmates. Okay. All right, so we're continuing our grammar lesson from last week. Last week we talked about the past simple, and we did a little bit of exercises on that. Hello, Ahmed. Nice of you to join the class. Thank you for coming. So today we are going to continue with the past continuous, right? So we did the past simple, and today we're going to do the past continuous. So let me just scroll down here. All right, so here we go. So the past continuous. All right, everybody in the chat is good. Everyone, yes, listen to Julian. Listen to what Julian is telling you to do in the chat. Where a lot of questions is about the food. Guys, thank you so much for all the interest in my food channel. But let's focus on the English channel today, right? If we have time at the end of the class today, I'll let you guys ask whatever you want about the channel, and I'll try to answer as much as I can. But let's just get into the actual English channel today, so Julian doesn't get upset. All right, so here we go. So the past continuous. So here we go. I hope everybody can see this clearly. I think you guys can. Yes. All right, let's start. So as usual, I'm going to start with the form just to show you how it looks. So positive, negative, and questions as usual. So positive, I was sleeping. And please notice the words that are highlighted in green, right? So this is the part that's basically what makes it a past continuous. So I was sleeping, right? I was sleeping. And of course, since we're doing continuous, usually anytime you see the word continuous, that means you will see ing, right? You will always see ing. So I was sleeping. The negative, very easy in English. We just add not usually most of the time to make something negative. So I was not sleeping, or I wasn't sleeping. The question, we start with the auxiliary verb, right? So was I sleeping? Was I sleeping? Was I sleeping? You were working. You were working. Of course, you, the verb to be changes to were, right? With you, we always say were. So I was, you were, right? So you were working. You were not working. Same thing again. We just add a not to make it negative, right? You were not working, or you weren't. You weren't working. Were you working? The question form, right? All of them follow the same pattern, right? The only thing that you guys just need to remember is, remember that some words take were, so you were working. I can also say we were working, they were working, right? So it's very similar to how we divide the verb to be with he, she, it, you, we, and they, and I, right? But here, for the past continuous, this is what we do, right? So I was, you were, right? I was and you were. RMF is asking, what is the difference between I am getting worried or I am being worried? The difference is the second sentence is incorrect. You wouldn't say I am being worried. That's not a correct sentence. But your first sentence is correct. Hello, Bisma. Bisma saying hello. Hello, Bisma. Nice of you to join the class. Thank you for coming. Okay. Karim has to beat Sean, and I have to beat Patricia. Julian is talking about answering the movie quote of the week question. Patricia always beats him to it. And Karam, hi Karam, nice of you to join the class. All right, so here we go, right? So continuing, right? Remember, I takes was, he also takes was, she takes was, you, we, and they take were, right? So I was sleeping, you were working, he was coming, she was reading, it was raining, we were shopping, they were watching a DVD. I don't know who watches a DVD now in 2017, but that's the example that we have in the lesson, right? So they were watching a DVD. I don't think I've watched a DVD in, I don't know, maybe easily over 10 years. Last time I held the DVD in my hand was, I don't even remember. But yeah. Please, what's going on? Mark, who's Mark? Hello, Mark. Everybody's saying hi, Mark. Oh, Mark, yo, Mark, good to see you. Mark is in the chat section, everyone. We have a celebrity in the chat guest today. Yeah, Mark is in the chat. Yo, very, very cool to hear from you. All right, so carrying on. Negative, remember, as usual, the negative is very simple. We usually just have to add not, right, after the verb to be. So I was not, I wasn't, you were not, I weren't, he was not, he wasn't, she was not, she wasn't, right? And the questions, we always start with the auxiliary verb, right? So the verb to be here, was or were. Was I sleeping? Were you working? Was he coming? Was she reading? And so on and so forth, right? So I don't think you guys have a problem with the form, but I just like to show it to you before we start always. Yeah, it's great to have Mark back. So cool to have Mark back. I think I was excited more than you guys about having Mark back. I was very happy when I found out. All right, now let's talk about the uses. So the use of the past continuous. Amanda's asking, oh, okay. Amanda's asking, how do you pronounce where and were? So let me just, before I tell you how to pronounce it, let's type it out so you guys don't get confused and you know what I'm talking about. So Amanda is asking, how do you pronounce, what's the difference in pronunciation between W-H-E-R-E and W-E-R-E, right? So the difference between these two words. So, well, this is how you pronounce them. So the first one is where, right? Where. So it's sort of the same pronunciation as when you wear your clothes, right? Wear your clothes. So it's a similar pronunciation to that. Where are you, right? Where are you? Right now, I am streaming from the Smrt studio at CCEL, right? So that's the first one, where, right? Which is this one. The second one is were, right? Or yeah, that's how you would pronounce that. We were in class yesterday. We were in class yesterday. So where, same as when you wear your clothes, and then we were is the second one. Lots of questions coming in right now. Okay, Abdul Manam is asking, what does the word bigot mean? What does the word bigot mean? Well, bigot is, in a very simple way to describe it would be, bigot is a person who usually, he does not tolerate other people's opinions that are usually different from his or her own opinion, right? So if I believe in something, for example, and you believe in something else, I will not respect your belief. Right, so that's usually a bigot, which is it's not. Whoops, I dropped the mic. It's not a good thing, right? Being a bigot is definitely not a good thing. So yeah, can you sometimes. Yes. All right. So somebody's asking another question. Somebody's saying, "Can I use?" Where did it go? You guys are typing so much. I keep losing the. The part that I'm looking at. I can't find it. You guys are typing so much. I lost it. I'll try to get back to it again. But that's what bigot means, right? So let's get back. So let's talk about the uses now, right? So what do we use the past continuous for, right? Past continuous. What do we use it for? So let's find out. The past continuous is used to say that something was in progress at a time. So I want to explain that a little bit, right? So it says the past continuous, one more time, is used to say or to express what? Something was happening. Something was in the process of happening, right? At a specific time in the past, right? So because it's past, right? We're talking about the past. So some people always get confused about, well, but it was not happening, it's in the past. Well, yes, it's in the past, but think of it this way. You are imagining, right? You're imagining that you went back in time, right? So like back to the future, right? You're imagining that you're going back in time and then looking at that action happening at that time, right? So just think about it that way. I usually find that if this is how you think about it, it makes it a little bit easier for people to sort of understand what it means. But that's what we mean when we say that something was happening, right, at the time in the past, right? This means it had already started before this time, but not yet finished. So just to make it clearer, let's look at the examples, right? So usually the explanation without examples makes people confused. So I like to actually look at the examples and from them explain. So let's take a look at the first one. I was taking a bath when the earthquake started. I was taking a bath when the earthquake started. So I'm not taking a bath now, right? So what am I telling you? I'm telling you at some time in the past. In this case, it was when the earthquake started, or yesterday, or whatever it is, right? It doesn't matter when in the past, but it's in the past. I'm talking about that time. What was happening at that time? I was taking a bath. So just to make it clear, because just the earthquake makes some people here confused. Let me type the question here, and so I was taking a bath yesterday at 7, right? For example, at 7 p.m. So what do I mean? I'm just trying to explain to you guys that this means it had already started before this time, but not yet finished, right? So I'm using the time 7 o'clock just to hopefully make this example a little bit clearer. All right, so here we go. I was taking a bath yesterday at 7 p.m. So what does that mean? That means yesterday at 7 p.m., me taking the bath is already happening. That does not mean that I started to take the bath at 7 p.m., right? Maybe I started taking the bath at 6:30, or maybe I started to take the bath at 6:50, right? So, for example, let's say at let's say I started taking the bath at 6:45, right? So 6:45, this is when I started, right, to take the bath. Started bath. And then at 7, this is when I'm telling you I was taking a bath, right? And let's say, for example, I finished my bath at 7:15, right? So 7:15, I finished my my bath. What happened to the screen? Why did it go away? Some people are saying the screen is gone. All right, there we go. I think. Oh, okay, because I pressed the numbers on the keyboard. The numbers, because I can control what you guys see with the numbers. Sorry, that was my mistake. All right, so one more time. Imagine that we started the bath at 6:45. So we started, right? I began my bath at 6:45. And then I told you in my sentence, I was taking a bath yesterday at 7 p.m., right? So 7 p.m., the action of me taking or doing or having a bath, right? It already started, right? So I'm not telling you when did I start something. I'm not telling you when did I finish something. All I am saying is during, right? At this time, I was doing the action of taking a bath. And what does that mean? That means that it already started before this time, but it's not finished yet. I hope that that is clear, right? So because usually this is the point where a lot of students I usually find ask questions about, right? Like they have some confusion with that. So I hope that this time example made it a little bit clear for you guys, right? So one more time, the past continuous is used to do what? To say that something was happening, right? It was going on at the time that you are going to say in your sentence. And also it means that the action already started, right? And probably it's going to continue, right? Because you're telling me in the middle of the action, right? When you were doing it. So you didn't finish it and you did not start it. Can we use be? All right, can we use be or get interchangeably? For example, sometimes I am confused. Sometimes I'm confused. Sometimes I get confused. If so, what is the difference? Well, yes and no. There are some situations, I guess, that you can use them interchangeably, but not all the time. And also, these two sentences are not exactly the same meaning. So when you say, I am confused, sometimes I am confused. No, actually, no. Yeah, I would say no. I would say these two sentences are pretty much similar in meaning. No, you're right. You're right, RMF. These two sentences are pretty much similar in meaning. But yeah, but that's not a rule, right? You cannot always get and be cannot always be interchangeable. Amanda, at 9:30, I was sending my children to bed when I received the notification of your class. Yes, that is a very, very good sentence. Excellent, excellent. All right. So back to the examples. I hope that this part of the explanation is clear. This means that it had already started before the time that you're talking about, and it's not finished yet, right? Like the example of the bath that I just gave you guys, right? So I was taking a bath yesterday at 7 p.m., right? That means 7 p.m. I was already doing it. It's happening right now. But it started before, and probably I will finish after, right? But it's happening now at the point of time that I am talking about. All right, let's carry on. The storm started while I was walking home. The storm started while I was walking home. The storm started while I was walking home, right? So when you were walking home, the storm started. So that means you walking home started before, right? The storm started. That's all that we're saying here. So yesterday, the storm started while I was walking home. So what does that mean? That means I started walking home. I am walking home right now. And then the storm started. And I'm still walking home, right? This is basically what we're saying. At 3 o'clock, I was working. At 3 o'clock, I was working. So again, at 3 o'clock, whenever, today, yesterday, if it's today, of course, that means it's after 3 now, right? So because this is the past. So some more examples I think are coming in. I was talking to my friends at Osmaniya rendezvous 3 days ago. I was talking to my friends. Yes, that is correct. Yeah, that's correct. That's a good sentence. Yesterday, my friend left me when I was eating the food. Yes, Kavita, very good. That is also a good sentence. Great. You guys are starting to, or not starting. I don't know if you didn't get it before, but you guys are getting it. Yes, you're all giving me good examples. Very well done. So at 3 o'clock yesterday, I was working, right? So at 3 o'clock, the action of me working was happening, and I probably started before 3 o'clock, and I'm probably also going to work after 3 o'clock, right? But at 3, this is all I'm saying. At 3, this action was happening, right? I was watching Food AF, when the phone rang, not rung, rang, Patricia. But yes, that's a good sentence. I was eating dinner when my son playing in the living room. When my son playing in the living room, not on, in the living room. Suddenly the doorbell rang. Yeah. RMF is asking a very good question, which I am going to talk about actually right now. So yeah, just watch RMF and you'll see the answer to your question. Okay, so here we go. In general, and please notice that we say in general. So that means it is not 100%. It's not a total rule, right? So you should know by now, right? In English, we have a million exceptions to everything. So in general, right? Most of the time, we use when to introduce a clause with the past simple and while with the past continuous, right? So this is what RMF was asking about. He was asking, can we use while with the continuous? And yes, you can, right? So there's the answer for that. So one more time. In general, we use when to introduce a clause with the past simple, and we use while to with the past continuous. Ooh, we got a new subscriber! Yeah. And yeah, so while is with the past continuous, and when is with the past simple. Yesterday, I feel I'm getting. Yesterday, I felt. Yesterday, I felt that I was getting like I was getting the flu, or that I was getting the flu. He is talking to me while eating. He is talking to me. Yes, you are right, Kavita. You are right. All right, so let's take a look at the examples, right? So remember, what are we saying now? We're saying that we use when to introduce a clause with the past simple, and we use while with the past continuous. So when I got to school this morning, the teacher was erasing the whiteboard. When I got to school this morning, this is the time that you're telling me, right? When I got to school this morning, the teacher was erasing the whiteboard. So again, remember, right? What are we saying? We're saying that we're talking about a point in time in the past where in this point, the action was happening, right? And usually that means the action was happening before, right? and probably after this point in time that you are talking. So think about it in this example. When I got to school this morning, the teacher was erasing the board. So imagine if you're opening the door to your classroom and you can see immediately your teacher is standing, erasing the board. Well, that means he started before you arrived, right? He started before this time. Yeah. And then when you enter, well, he's not going to stop immediately unless, I don't know, maybe you entered exactly at the point where he's going to stop. But usually he's probably going to continue, right? And then that's it, right? So in that point in time, this action was happening and it started before and after the point in time. There's a lot of action happening in the chat today. I'm having a very hard time trying to see everything. Sanat is saying, I was reading when my friend called me. Yes, that is good. At 3 a.m. I was still working and so done with it. Yes, I would be so done with it too, Amanda, at 3 a.m. Yesterday there was, Julian has a sentence in here. So he's saying yesterday there was a house, not an. Yesterday there was a house that was on fire and it burned my friend's leg. It burned, right? But yeah, so just, yeah, a house and burned in the past. Just like, just like Judith said. So yeah, very good. All right, I think I'm trying to answer as many questions as I can, you guys, especially questions that are repeated, right? So hopefully if I answer the question, just don't type it again because there's so much stuff happening in the chat today. but yeah, let's check the second example. The second example says, I got to school this morning while the teacher was erasing the whiteboard, right? So remember, when to introduce a clause with the past simple, right? So when is with the past simple, while is with the past continuous, right? So I got to school this morning while the teacher was erasing the whiteboard. And that's pretty much it. I think, yeah, I think that's it. We're just going to talk about one more rule and we're actually finished for today. So you can use the past. Yes, you can use the past continuous with 3 days ago. So for example, I could say 3 days ago I was walking on Robson Street, for example. Yeah, 3 days ago I was walking on Robson Street. Yeah, there's no reason why you can't use 3 days ago. Yes, and yes. So Kavita, you are correct. You're welcome, Karim. My cousin called me while I was having my lunch. My cousin called me. Yep, that's also fine. I lost my mobile while I was driving to my home yesterday. Very good. Yeah, you guys are writing a lot of good sentences. But hold on, I'm going to give you an exercise, right? Don't worry. I'm going to give you a chance to write all these sentences. But you guys are writing great sentences. You're all writing very, very good sentences. Okay, now just one thing to remember, please. As we studied before, right? We said that you shouldn't use the continuous tenses with state verbs, right? Don't use the continuous tenses with state verbs. So the teacher was looking angry. No, that doesn't work, right? So the teacher looked angry when he entered the room. The man didn't get the job because he was lacking experience. No, right? The man didn't get the job because he lacked experience. So just remember this rule, right? It's the same exactly as before, right? We don't use the continuous tenses with state verbs. And that's it. When I met you, I wasn't knowing you were Canadian. Again, that's not really a correct sentence. So when I met you, I didn't know you were Canadian. I didn't know you were Canadian. Shifre is asking about state verbs. Yeah, so if you watch that other lesson, the previous one, you will see what state verbs are. But state verbs are basically things like I know, I believe, I like, things like that. Look, your senses, right? Your sense verbs, basically. And that's pretty much it, you guys. That's actually the end of the lesson. So the rest of this stuff is not really, we already did this last week. If you guys remember, this is the pronunciation. And I think I already shared it with you, but I did not share it with all the people that are in the class today. So let me do that now. I think it's from here. So I'm going to share with you guys, I'm going to share with everyone. I shared this with the people last week in the class because we already did this last week, so I'm not going to really do it again this week. But I shared this, so I'm going to put it in here in the, I'm going to put it for you in the chat box so you can all download your own copy. And very simply, this is how you pronounce ed, right? So ed usually has 3 different pronunciations in English. You can pronounce it id, like the word wanted, id, right? Or you can pronounce it as a t, like for example here in the word helped, right? It's a t sound at the end. Looked, t sound at the end. Or you can pronounce it as a d, right? Like the letter d. So called, called, cleaned, offered, right? And that's it. So we have 3 ways to pronounce ed in English, and this diagram makes it easy for you to sort of very quickly figure out what is the pronunciation, right? If you don't know what the pronunciation of a word. By the way, can all of you guys download it? Is the link working? It should work because I sent it last week and everybody got it. So hopefully nothing changed. Yes, there, you guys are saying that it worked. Good. Hanan, hello. Hanan, welcome to the class. We are almost done, but thank you for coming anyway. I appreciate you popping in. This morning I yelled, Julian. Remember, past, right? We're talking in the past here. This morning I yelled. While I was sleeping, a mosquito bit me very hard. Bit me, not bite. Bit me. But yes, Ayub, that's a good sentence. Very good. I forgot to do the movie quote for last week. So last week, you guys, this was, where is it? This was the movie quote that we had, right? Well, not this part, not the bath part. But last week, this was the movie quote that we had, and I think Patricia was the first person to answer it. I believe Patricia was the first person to answer it. Let me just double check here very quick. So last week's video is this one. And yes, Patricia was the person to answer it. Jacqueline also answered this, as you guys can see. And Julian, I believe Julian answered this somewhere, right? Wasn't this last week's episode? I think this was last week's episode. I think it was, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, 12 and 13. Yeah, so Patricia answered this, and Jacqueline answered this. Yeah, I think these were the 2 people that answered. So good job on that, you guys. So obviously, this is from the great classic. What's it called? Gladiator. So this is a Russell Crowe movie, back when Russell Crowe was a lot younger. Yes, you, Patricia, you. Julian, yes, Julian, you answered in the wrong video, but I know that you answered. Don't worry, I saw your comment. And yeah, so it was from the movie Gladiator, of course, by starring Russell Crowe, and this was one of my favorite lines in the movie. I really liked it. I liked, I don't know why. It remained in my mind for some reason, this line. and that was it. So good job, you guys, on getting that. After the exercise today, please stay till the end, and I am going to give you the new movie quote for this week. And this week's movie quote is awesome. It's from a movie that I like, and it's one of my favorite quotes. So stick around, and I'll show you that. All right, so everybody got the pronunciation tips. We talked about the continuous. So just let me very quickly do a very quick recap, right? So the past continuous. Remember the form. I was sleeping. You were, right? So I, was, and were depends on I, he, she, it, you, we, and they, right? So the verb to be changes. So, and I'm sure that you guys know this. Oh man, Julian is having fun in the thing. Rosa is asking, please, Karim, tell me if this is going to be the actual time from your classes. No, it's not, Rosa, right? The only reason why I did this class today is just because I was sick on Wednesday. And I didn't want to sit and stream and sort of go every 5 minutes, right? so that's why I didn't do it on Wednesday. So today is just an exception, right? Today is just today. So the next class is going to be next Wednesday, guys. So back to normal times. Next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Vancouver time. RMF is asking, what will you teach in the next class? I have not decided yet, RMF. So believe it or not, yeah, I don't plan for the next class in this class. So usually I start planning after about 2-3 days. So today is the stream. So sometime over the weekend I'll decide usually what I want to teach. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Rosa. Yeah, so just don't get confused by today, you guys. Next class is normal, Wednesday at 3 p.m. And I don't know what I'm teaching yet, right? So all right, back to the quick recap, right? So very, very quickly recap everything that we talked about today. I was sleeping, you were working. Negative, we just add the not. I was not sleeping, you were not working. Questions, as usual, we start with our auxiliary verb, in this case the verb to be. Was I sleeping? Were you working? Now, what do we use the past continuous for? We use the past continuous to say that something was in progress at the time that you mention in your sentence, right? So I'm gonna tell you a time, and then I'm gonna tell you something that I was doing at that time, right? So that's why we use the continuous, because you're saying, if we imagine that we were looking right now at this time, you will see me doing this action, right? So this action was happening at this time that you mentioned in your sentence. And because the action is already happening, so it makes sense, right? It's logical to understand that this action started before and probably will continue after the time that you guys are talking about. All right. In general, remember, we use when to introduce a clause with the past simple and while, right, with the past continuous. Because somebody was also asking about that. And state verbs, just remember, state verbs, we don't really use the past continuous with, right? And that's pretty much it. From last week, so I'm going to give you some exercises to do now, but the exercises are going to be past continuous and past simple. Ooh, tricky. We're mixing. But yeah, so remember, this actually was one lesson together, but I split it over 2 weeks just so that I don't do it too fast and sort of skip and miss a lot of things. But yeah, so the questions are going to be past simple and also past continuous. So if we just super quick recap about the past simple, right? Past simple, I walked, I did not, right? You need to use the helping verb, did not, and your questions start with did, right? The auxiliary verb. And then we talked about some spelling rules. I'm not going to go over the spelling rules again. You guys can watch it in last week's video, and most of you know it. I can see from the way that you guys are all typing in the chat. The uses, right? We use the past simple to describe finished past events, right? They are finished. They're not happening anymore. It's done. It doesn't matter how long the event was, right? The event can be short, it can be long, it can be repeated, right? So for example, I saw him 4 days ago, right? The action of me seeing him is finished, right? It happened 4 days ago. So I saw him 4 days ago. He played a lot of soccer when he was a child. I came to this country last year, right? All of them are the same sort of examples, really. I'm trying to do mistake my name. A lot of you guys are typing a lot today. Can we use RMF is asking a question that I don't want to answer right now, right? I don't want to confuse anyone, so let's just let's take things things as they come, right? So when we get to that, we'll talk about it. But yeah, I'm not going to say it right now just so I don't confuse anyone. Remember, the other use for the past simple was we use it to say the chronological order. Remember, I told you about this word before, right? Chronological. That means the way. So chronological, right? That means things in order. What did you do first? What did you do second? What did you do third? What did you do fourth, right? In the correct order. So for example, in the morning, I woke up, brushed my teeth, had breakfast, and went to school, right? In the correct order. I woke up first, right? And then I brushed my teeth second. I had breakfast third, and then I went to school. This was fourth, right? So I don't mix. I cannot mix the order of the things that I am talking about. Could we use she was smoking for 10 years? Yes, for 10 years. Yes, yes, you can. RMF is saying how many days equal a couple of days? Well, a couple of days usually means 2, right? Because couple is 2. So a couple of days is 2. Yeah, a couple of days just means 2. A couple means a pair, right? Or 2. So a couple of days is 2 days usually. And that's it. So let's get you guys into some exercises, which I'm sure you are going to do very good at. Julian saying number 1, I woke up. 2, I brushed my teeth. 3, I showered, and 4, I made breakfast. Yes, Julian, you are you're correct. So so just let me get the exercise for you guys, and I'll get you to start working on this. Sign in, please. Sign in. And I think, yeah, I need to make a copy so we can type on this. So make a copy and say yes. All right, let me just change this so you guys can get the exercise. The link, yes, and then we say save, and I'm gonna copy this. All right, so I'm gonna share the exercise with you guys. I'm gonna paste it in here, and just please check or confirm that all of you can open it. Yes, I think you guys can open it. I can see all of you coming up here in the chat right now. All right, very good. Okay, so let's start very, very simple. Let's just, I don't know, let's do the first. So let's go from B. So B, C, D, and E. Why not, right? Let's try from B until E, right? So B, C, D, and E, you guys. So I'm going to give you a few minutes, and I'm going to come back, right? So B, C, D, and E. All right, a few minutes, and I'm going to come back, and I will disappear in a 1, a 2, and whoosh, pew. Okay, so let's see what you guys are doing. You guys are doing great, but there is so much stuff in the chat. I'm gonna try to see the answers as best as I can. But yeah, I've been following. Most of you are doing pretty good as usual. All right, so let's go through the exercise. So it says the first picture we have this little boy. He's sitting, he's eating something, and he has a glass of milk. And it says, "I something a glass of milk with dinner." So most of you got this right. I did see, I think, a few people write the continuous for this, which is doesn't really make sense, and I'll tell you why. Right. So let's put the correct answer first. Right. So the correct answer is I drank a glass of milk with dinner. Now, why can't I say the continuous here? Why can't I say I was drinking a glass of milk with dinner? What did we say about the continuous, right? If you remember, we said the continuous usually means something started, right? So remember the example of when I walked into the classroom, right? My teacher was erasing the blackboard. And what does that mean? That means erasing, the action of erasing, it started, and then I was walking, right? Or erasing, it started. And then I walked into the classroom, right? I walked into the classroom, right? I want to make this smaller because I'm trying to make it visual so you guys can understand what I'm trying to say. So erasing, the teacher started erasing. I did not go to class yet, right? I'm still outside, right? I'm still going to class. So he started erasing. He started his action. I walked into the classroom. He's still erasing, right? And then, I don't know, I'll take a few steps to my seat and probably he will still be erasing also, right? This is the teacher. So if you guys, in this example, if I said, where did it go? If I said I was drinking a glass of milk with dinner, well then it doesn't make sense because that means I started drinking before dinner, and then during dinner, and after dinner, which is a lot of milk. so I don't think that's what you meant to say, right? So the correct answer was yesterday I drank, right? Not I was drinking. Yeah, I hope that makes sense. All right, people saying that they got it. Good, very good. Okay, so let's continue. Michael didn't something very well last night because of his baby's, crying. So again, most of you got this one. Very well done. Michael didn't sleep well or very well last night because of his baby's crying. The next one is we something the school with the help of volunteers. We something the school with the help of volunteers. And let's see, what did you guys say for this one? We rebuilt, built, drank, rebuilt. Very good, very good, very good. Yes, most of you, again, you guys got this. Very well done. Just be careful, guys. It's rebuilt with a T, right? So we rebuilt, right? Yesterday, we rebuilt the school with the help of volunteers. We went. No, went is not the correct answer. Well, I'll tell you why. First of all, you need to say to, right? We went to the school. So to is not, it's not here. So went is not going to really fit in this blank. We are mending the school with the help of volunteers. We are mending the school. Mending the school. Well, yeah, mending is not an option in the words. But it's unusual to say mending for a building, right? So we don't mend a building. You can say we are remodeling the building. You can say we are renovating the building. You can say we are rebuilding the building. But mending is a very unusual word to use with buildings, right? So I wouldn't say mending. Kavita is also asking, reached. We reached the school. Well, yeah, I guess if you are in The Walking Dead and you're trying, we reached the school with the help of the volunteers. But yeah, we reached would fit in this sentence. Oh, you didn't see the sentence. Okay. Then how did you answer? That's incredible. Okay. All right. Everybody's okay. Good. And I think we also had E, right? So E, the fire, something, the building. The fire, something, the building. And you guys, let's see. What did you guys say? The fire, yes. Destroyed. A lot of people are saying destroyed. So Besma or Bisma. I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong. Karim is also saying destroyed. Yeah, everybody's saying destroyed. Very well done. Good job, you guys. So yeah, the fire destroyed the building. The fire destroyed the building. Good. Now, I want to give you a different exercise, right? So I don't want to do the fill in the blanks exercise because I think that's too easy for you guys. So let me tell you about another one, which I think should be a little bit trickier. Let's do this one. This one should be interesting, right? So this one you guys can actually write from your own write from your own head, which is kind of nice because you guys have been doing this the entire day today. Everybody's trying to get as many example sentences in the chat, which is cool. So so here's your chance. So number 3, right? Let's go to number 3, you guys. What were you doing at the following past times? So for example, at 4:15 a.m. this morning, I was sleeping. At 7:30 p.m. last night, I was at home with my family. So let's do that. So number 3, I'll give you guys a few minutes. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, let's say 3 minutes. That's a lot. 3 minutes is a long time. So I'll give you 3 minutes, and I will be back. 1, 2. All right, we are back. So apparently I had my mic on, and I hope that I did not say anything that I will regret later. I think I didn't say anything, right? I was completely quiet. But yeah, that happens. Kamal, hey Kamal, very nice of you to join in. Is that, oh, was I singing? Really, I was singing? All right. Well, that's totally not embarrassing at all. Oh my God, I'm starting to get blackmailed already. All right. All right, so let's see what you guys did for answers. So let's take the first one. For example, at 10:20 a.m. yesterday morning, and I'm just gonna try to quickly find something. What do we have at 10:20? At 10:20, where's the at 10:20? At 10:20. Yesterday morning. Oh, okay. All right, so here's one from Alex, a nice simple one from Alex. So at 10:20 a.m. yesterday morning, and that is not what Alex wrote. What happened? Hold that. Ah, technology. I like you. All right, let's try it this way. Boom. All right, so 10:20 a.m. yesterday morning, I was sitting in my office, right? And I would say that is correct, right? It's good to say that continuous. Why? Because at 10:20 I was sitting. I probably started sitting before, and probably I will sit after, right? So 10:20, it's in the middle of the day. You probably start work earlier than that, right? So very good. Yesterday morning I was sitting in my office. That is a good sentence. Good job, Alex. And who else? What do we have? My God, you guys answered so many questions. All right, here's one from Garima. Garima says, so I'm just gonna keep adding your ones under the same number, right? So Garima says, at 10:20 a.m. yesterday morning, I was doing my house chores. And again, very good choice to go for the continuous, because probably you started before that time and you were probably going to be doing it after it, right? Remember, because at that time you were in the process, right? You were doing it right now. So you started and you're still not finished. Very good, Garima. All right, let's try a different one, because it's already an hour and 10 minutes, so I don't want to get you guys to stay more than you want. So let's just quickly go through the rest. At 2:30 p.m. yesterday afternoon, where are your answers? Is this D? Yeah, this is D. Okay, so Anderson has a very simple answer, but it's correct. So I was traveling. At 2:30 p.m. yesterday afternoon, I was traveling, which was good. I saw one from Rosa here somewhere, but I lost it. You guys, there's so many answers. It's hard to find the one that I want. Where is it? I can't find it. Okay. All right, let's look for a different one. 2:30 p.m. yesterday, I was yeah, there we go. So this is from Kavita, and Kavita says, at 2:30 p.m. yesterday afternoon, I was teaching a student, right? But which is correct. Just be careful. Eyes are always capital, right? Your eyes should always be capital. Doesn't matter if it's in the beginning, in the middle, or at the end. Anywhere in the sentence, if you say I, as in I, right? That it should be capital. 20 minutes ago, I was asking Yes, all right. Let's go to the next one. 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. Yep, that's the. I'm sure. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I'm so sorry, but this is from Aouye. I'm not sure that this is how you pronounce your name. I'm pretty sure that I'm not saying it correctly. But anyway, Awiye, which is Awiye, says, I was eating. This made me laugh. I'm sure it's a typing mistake, but I don't know. I like this word a lot. I think it's my new favorite word. Lunchy. What are you doing? Oh, I'm having lunchy. I like it. It just makes me laugh. Lunchy. That sounds funny. Oh, man. So 20 minutes ago, I was eating lunch or lunchy. All right, and remember, same thing, right? The I should always be capital, regardless of where it is in the sentence. It doesn't matter where it is. The I should always be capital. Karim is asking me a question. Karim, where are you from? Well, if you are asking like my origins, where my roots, I'm originally Egyptian, Karim. So yeah, I'm from Egypt. So I hail from the city of Cairo in Egypt. Oh, Julian, oh my God, Julian, your iPad's battery power is incredible. So since we talked about the 3%, now it's 2%? That 1% lasts you a very long time. I'm impressed. The iPad's battery is not so bad. All right, let's try to finish this up before Julian's 2% die on us. All right, the last one at 4:30 p.m. 2 days ago. At 4:30 p.m. 2 days ago. Let's see, what do you guys have? At 4:30 p.m. 2 days ago. All right, there's one from Ayub. So Ayub says, I was reading a mystery book. I was reading a mystery book, which is a good sentence, right? So at 4:30 p.m., you probably started the book before 4:30 and you're still reading after 4:30, but at 4:30, the action was happening, right? And that's very good. So I was reading a mystery book. Anybody else? At 4:30 p.m. 2 days ago. Bisma has one also. All right, let's use Bisma's. I'm sorry, you guys, if I don't pick your answer. I am just trying to pick as many different people as I can, and there are a lot of you writing today in the chat, so forgive me, but yeah, I'm trying to grab as many different people as I can. So at 4:30 p.m. 2 days ago, I was shopping with my friend, and yes, that is also a good answer. And that's pretty much it, you guys. So you have the exercise. You can practice by yourselves on this, and yeah, so that's pretty much it. And everybody, as usual, once again did a fantastic job, which means you guys deserve a virtual high five. Good job, everyone. And you guys made it till the end of the class, so very good. So let's just very quick. I'm gonna go through some things. I'm gonna say to you the movie quote of the week, and I will let you fly away. So remember, please, from now on, right, for the next month or maybe 2 months or so, if you want to watch my classes, you can watch them on the Smrt English channel, right? On the Smrt English channel, which is the one that you're watching the show on right now. However, I do have my own channel, right? So if you guys, where is it? There it is. So Smrt English with Karim, and you can very easily actually find it if you go to the Smrt English channel page, right? So if you go to the Smrt English channel page, just scroll down a little bit, and you will see Sean with his 485 subscribers, and me with the 324 awesome subscribers that I have. So remember, we want to beat Sean's subscriber count for no reason at all. I just want to beat his subscriber count. I just want to. So please, please help me do that. And at the same time, you can also check out the videos that I do on my page. So I'm gonna stop doing the lessons on my page for a month or two, but I'm still putting the other videos that I make. So phrases with Karim, or Vancouver out and about, where I shoot videos showing you Vancouver and all that sort of stuff. Happy Diwali, you guys. Oh yes, happy Diwali to everybody in India and everybody who celebrates Diwali. Thank you for reminding me about that. So yeah, happy Diwali, everyone. And that's it. So check out my Facebook also. Same thing, Karim Smrt Live. You can, so they're right there, Karim Smrt Live. My Instagram, Karim Smrt Live. And more importantly, well, not more importantly, but just as equally important, don't forget to check out my food channel. And actually, a new video just came out about 12 minutes ago. So if you go to my food channel, and my food channel is called Food AF, so Food AF, you will see that there, actually there should be, and there it is. There's a new video today, and the video is a risotto, which I am excited about because it was good. The risotto was good. So to all my Italian friends out there, please tell me what you think of my risotto. And yeah, and subscribe to me also on my food channel. All right, so let's do the movie quote of the week. Don't forget also, obviously, to watch Mark. Everybody's super excited that Mark is back, so don't forget to watch Mark's videos, and Sean and Kent. And yeah, the channel is growing and it is awesome these days, which is great. So let's do movie quote, and I will let you guys go. So here is the movie quote for this week. Let me just put this out of the way, and this out of the way, and all right. Where is the movie quote of the week? There it is. All right, so are you guys ready? So this is the movie quote of the week, and this is one of my favorite parts in the movie. This is probably my favorite quote in the entire movie, right? This is beautiful. So here we go. I'm gonna act it out, no laughing, and you guys remember, don't type in the chat, right? Don't type in the chat what you think the movie is, because I cannot see the chat after we end the lesson. All right, so write it in the comment section down below this video, and then I'll be able to see it, right? So here we go. This is the movie. Just I need to change my voice for this because all right, here we go. None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you. You're locked in here with me. And that was it. All right. Well, yes, I was trying to do a Batman voice, but it's not Batman, right? It's a similar voice to Batman's voice, and it's not a Batman movie, right? So don't tell me now. Don't tell me in the chat. If you know what it is, please tell me in the comment section down below, right? So yeah, and if you haven't seen this movie, please watch it because it is also a good one. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think I can sort of close this now and whoosh, and become full screen. So everybody's okay in the chat? Yep, everybody's, oh, cool. Everybody's just saying thank you and bye, and you guys are super, super welcome. It's always my pleasure. Jose, stop telling people. Don't cheat. Don't tell people the movie. All right. Garima, Kavita, Karim, Jose, Ayub, Wilson, Shifre, Patricia, Rosa, everybody in the chat. You guys are extremely, extremely welcome. I have fun. I really have fun doing these streams, and it's always a pleasure. I really have a good time doing this. So thank you guys for making me enjoy this class. All right, so that's it. I'm gonna get out of your faces now, and you guys have a great weekend, and I will see you on Wednesday, right? So remember, next class is on Wednesday at 3 p.m. Vancouver time. So until I see you guys next time, good morning, good evening, and good night, and a chapeau.